learn the same way little girls learn at a very young age. And we're overdiagnosing little boys with behavioral problems and ADHD, and a lot of that has to do with forcing them into situations that are not good for them.
And this is another reason why this society needs to be destroyed. Hey, Shalom, brothers. This is Brother Ahawad of GMS Toronto, coming back with another one. Right? This is another reason why this devil, this Edomite, this Caucasian needs to go. This is why your society is going to be destroyed. This is why you're going to be this is why you're going to be judged. Right? This is why your throne is going to be taken from you, because you're wicked. You're wicked and you're sadistic. You're Satan, right? Satan meaning adversary. You're an adversary to nature. Just like this woman just said, boys and girls need to learn separate. They're different. But it's too late, because these same people that promoted this wickedness, right? Men and boys and girls are equal, are the same people seeing what they have done come to fruition, and it's destroying society. So it's too late, man. It's too late. The disease has already infected the whole body, right? And your diagnosis is terminal. You're going to die, which is a representation of this society, right? This is not stage 1 cancer, right? This is terminal, right? That's why this society is going to be destroyed. What does the scripture says? This is Revelation chapter 18, verse 5, and it reads, "For her sins have reached unto heaven, and Yahweh hath remembered her iniquities," right? So the sins of this place, known as Great Babylon, have reached unto heaven, right? Meaning that your cup, the cup of sin, is overflowing now. It has reached onto its limitations, right? And this is one of the sins of this place. I can make videos like this every single day as to why this society needs to be destroyed.
Situations that are not good for them, meaning little boys have a lot of testosterone between the ages of 3 and 6, which means they need to run around a lot.
Right. And what does that mean? That's letting you know that the school system is destroying us. Yes, young men need to go to school. Yes, young men need to learn. But this system that has been implemented in the West does not work for young men. Young men need more activities. Young women, on the other hand, are able to sit there and take indoctrination more than the young man. The young man needs to be outside. He needs to be engaged. He's more hands-on instead of for in-class. In-class learning does not work. But what proved that? It was proved during 2020. What happened during 2020? There was a bunch of lockdowns globally. And how did that go for children? How did that go for children? Quote unquote in-class learning, right? Was there not a rise in suicide? Was there not a rise in depression? This doesn't work. This does not work, man. First of all, in this society, and when I say this society, North America, you have winter where you don't even get as much vitamin D. And a lot of children, even myself, suffered from seasonal depression. What's seasonal depression? Where you don't get enough vitamin D. And it messes with you, man. It messes with your mind. It messes with your mood. Right? We need more fresh air, but we're just cooped up in the classroom all day. And that fluorescent light is just beaming on us. And that light has been linked to all types of health issues. So this society is just created to destroy you, man.
Between learning, they need to have a lot of physical activity, and we're making them sit in circle time, and we're restraining them in a way that's causing them to feel a great deal of stress with very high levels of cortisol.
And what proves that, and I'm not relating children to animals, but what proves that is get a dog, and get a dog that's high activity, like that, a big dog. He's a small dog, but this is a dog that needs to burn off a lot of steam. And leave that dog in the home. That dog is going to go insane. And that is a boy. A boy, a young boy, needs to burn off a lot of steam. Right? That's why caged animals go mad. That's why that last video that I made with the caged lion, right? That lion is going mad because he's caged, man. Right? Young men are quote unquote wild animals, quote unquote. I'm not comparing us to an animal. I'm just saying men are wild. Men are supposed to go out, quote unquote, hunter-gatherers, which means that they're not supposed to be cooped up all day. But in this society, we're cooped up all day, man. Can't explore. In a classroom for hours. That doesn't work with our development. Men don't develop that way. Now, women, on the other hand, it's okay for them to be that way. It works for them, as we can see with the numbers, right? Especially our women graduate in school way more than so-called black men. So obviously this system or this structure works for them. And obviously the structure does not work for our men. And it has nothing to do with intelligence, because young so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native American men are intelligent. They are some of the greatest inventors that ever lived. So we know that it's not knowledge-based. So this lady is just giving us the science behind it. This is Proverbs chapter 22, and this is verse 6, and it reads, "Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it." So what's happening to us in this current structure, right? In this system, we are being indoctrinated, right? We're being indoctrinated with Marxist ideology, Luciferian doctrine. Right now we have these young men talking about, oh, I want to be a girl. Oh, I want to this, I want to that. When they should be learning how to work with their hands, skill trades, things of that sort. Learning how to be leaders, right? Learning how to build, learning about finances, learning about martial arts, different skills, man, that helps them burn off, quote unquote, steam, right? Because we have a lot of testosterone, so we need something that's going to burn off of that steam, man. Or we're just going to be angry. And that anger is going to be diagnosed as mental illness or ADHD. Then they're going to prescribe different medications when that's not the remedy. That's not the cure. There's a simple cure. The kid he's not supposed to be inside all day. He needs more outside time. Especially in the summer months.
which makes them seem distractible. And then they're diagnosed as being problems in the classroom. And so it's not.
Exactly. And we're not distractible. It's because we've been sitting there for so friggin' long, right? It's like an irritation. They cannot just sit there, especially when they haven't burned off that steam yet, right? They need to run up and down. They need to be active. And then after they're active, then they can chill. Then they could chill.
I mean, we're really failing little boys. It's not that there's something wrong with them.
No, there's nothing wrong with them. And no, you guys are not failing little boys. This is by design. This is by design. They want it to be this way. They're not failing little boys. They want it to be exactly this way. They want young men to be diagnosed with ADHD, and they want to diagnose them with Ritalin and all these other medication that's going to destroy them and going to have them questioning their sanity, and that's going to make them not profitable in society. They're going to become unprofitable in society, which is going to lead to mass incarceration, right? Because they're going to turn to crime. They're not going to be able to finish school. But our women will be able to finish school, and then our women will be going to school with who? With a whole bunch of heathens. And then our women are going to be assimilated with men that are not her man, because her man is going to be locked up in another institution. While she's going to one institution and being indoctrinated, he's going to be going to another institution where he's going to be incarcerated. Right? So one is going to be indoctrinated and one is going to be incarcerated where he cannot show his true power. And then the one who's being indoctrinated, she's going to be indoctrinated on how to hold her own man down. Because a lot of these women are going to become judges, lawyers, right? They're going to fight against their own man who they have to, what? They're going to have to populate with. That's how sick and demonic this society is. That's how backward this society is. And then after these women are done with school and they've done their education and they've gotten these good jobs, they're going to turn around and say, where's all the good men? Where's all the good men? Oh, what do you mean, where's all the good men? Right? Because our women don't have foresight. They can't see what's being done. They can't see that they're being propped up to hold down their own man, their counterpart. Right? When they go to school and they see all these other men, they see all these other women, they just look at the black man and say, oh yeah, he ain't shit. Yeah, he ain't shit. That's it. Yeah, he ain't shit. That's their conclusion. Their conclusion to the matter is that these men who they were raised with just ain't shit. Yeah, they're just, you're just so much better than these men, and these men just ain't shit ass men. But this that's happening is happening globally, or it's happening nationwide. It's happening in every major city. Isn't that weird? Isn't that weird how this is happening in every major city? It's happening in Chicago. It's happening in Toronto. It's happening in LA. It's happening in Montreal. It's happening in France. It's happening all over the world to specifically so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Mass incarceration for the men and mass indoctrination for the women. That's strange.
Can't learn the same way little girls learn at a very young age.
And that's the number one thing we need to understand. Young boys mainly you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, cannot learn in the same way that young girls learn. Right? Now, these other men, Chinese, South Asian, East Indian, hey, they can learn in the way that women learn because they don't have as much testosterone as us anyway. That's fine. You guys can sit in classrooms all day if you want, but that's not the way that so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans learn. Now I'm talking about the men. This is Romans chapter 12, verse 2, and it reads, "And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind." So if we know better, we got to do better, right? And we don't want to be transformed into the way of this world, because we know that this world is actually destroying our young men, mainly you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, right? That's just a fact, man. That's just a fact. This world is destroying us. Okay? That ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of Yahweh. Okay? And this society is trying to destroy that will, because our young men are supposed to serve Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. So them being in a classroom all day, learning about, the madness that they're learning about today. I'm not going to really speak on it because I'm not trying to get the channel blocked, but brothers should know, it's destroying us. This is 1 John chapter 2, verse 14, and it reads, "I have written unto you, fathers, because ye have known him that is from the beginning. I have written unto you, young men, because ye are strong, and the word of Yahweh abideth in you, and ye have overcome the wicked one." Right? So you young men, we can't be strong sitting in a damn classroom all day, man. Got to be strong by using our hands, learning a trade, right? Whether it be a carpenter or electrician or whatever it is, man, whatever it is, right? That way we don't suffer from these different ailments, right? That's plaguing us and plaguing our community, man. And one of the number one things that is plaguing our community is obesity. And obesity in young men is leading to lower testosterone. Right? I probably should do a video on the testosterone, but that low testosterone is one of our downfalls as men as well. Right? One of our downfalls. Testosterone helps in many things. This is the benefits of testosterone. Testosterone helps maintains men's bone density, fat distribution, muscle strength and mass, facial and body hair, red blood cell production, sex drive, sperm reproduction, right? So everything to do with manhood has to do with testosterone, right? So don't let this society break you down, man, right? But yeah, this is just a video on why this place has to go, man. Another reason on why these Edomites gotta go, man. Right there, there's not enough videos in the world that we can do on why Esau has to go. There's more than enough videos to do on this devil being taken out of power, man, as to why. Right? But with that, I like to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakakudash. Double honors unto the elders and elder apostles of GMS that rule well and that teach well. And to the brothers on the four corners of the earth doing this work in truth and in sincerity. Shalom. Till next time. Kwam Yasharallah.